Today we're with Asia's answer to Britney Spears. She's got the songs, she's got the moves, she's got legions of adoring fans.
I never imagined I would be this big, or that I would get so much out of this.
At just 20 years old, South Korean-born BoA is a pop veteran. She's been doing this for almost 10 years, notching up the number ones and the celebrity endorsement deals. BoA's all grown up now and hoping to make the transition countless other teen queens couldn't into the fickle world of mainstream international pop.
I've not stopped growing up, and I'll continue to grow up even more. So I want to show people more than simply my youthful image.
Talk Asia caught up with her in the middle of her nationwide tour. So thank you very much for joining us here on Talk Asia. Now this year has seen you release a new album, go on tour, sign up for a few more advertising deals, and you reportedly even shot a movie. How's it all going? You must be exhausted.
I am very busy these days, but it's okay, and I'm very glad to be here talking with you.
Thank you, it's a pleasure being with you too. When you were a kid and just starting out in this business, when you pictured what you expected out of life, is this ever how you thought that it would end up?
I think it has all been beyond my expectations.
BoA.
I never imagined I would be this big, or that I would get so much out of this. And I never thought I would be performing on so many stages.
Let's talk about those opportunities. So if we go back to where it all started nearly a decade ago, you accompanied your brother to a talent search that he had entered, and then you ended up walking away with the big prize. Take us back to that day and just tell us what you remember of that audition process.
It was just completely by chance that I followed my brother to his audition that day. Of course, even then, my dream was to someday become a singer, but I had no idea how to become one. I was only an elementary school student back then. But at the time, after seeing that such an incredible opportunity came to me, I thought that if you kept your dreams, even in your heart, then you find a way to realize them someday. And now that I think about it years later, I was so lucky to get such a great opportunity.
Still though, I mean, as you say, you're the one that got the opportunities. What about your brother? I mean, how did he feel about the fact that you're the one who ended up with the contract?
At first, of course, he was very disappointed. But he quickly found his own path, and now today he's a great supporter of mine.
Your parents were not exactly delighted over the fact that that would mean that you had to leave school, and they were very reluctant for you to do that and then enter the working world, so to speak. What convinced them in the end to let you do it?
At first they were very against my entering the music business. I was only a 6th grader in elementary school at the time of the audition. But my older brothers were a great help in convincing my parents why I should do this. And I really liked to dance and sing, ever since I was a little girl. So my parents eventually agreed with me and my brothers, and finally ended up being great supporters of mine.
Still though, you can't really deny the fact that your childhood as it existed just stopped right there, even before you were a teenager. Do you ever think that you missed out on growing up the normal way?
I guess I never really had what you could call a normal childhood. But at the same time, I did get to experience things that people who went through a normal childhood never would have the chance to do. So I think the world has been very fair to me.
것을 얻을 수 있게 됐고 누구에게나 다 공평한 것 같아요.
I find that if you lose out on something, you get something in return. So personally, I learned never to complain about such things.
때문에 현실을 그대로 받아들이는 게 제일 좋죠.
Of course, I sometimes miss having the normal life of a student.
학창 시절이 가끔 그립기는 하죠.
You know, in the West, child pop stars are never taken seriously. Everybody just thinks, oh, well, you know, this is a cute publicity stunt. They're just going to fade away and they'll never be heard from again. Was that ever an issue for you in this part of the world?
글쎄요. 저도
Well, when I debuted in Korea, I was only 13 years old. So people were fascinated with me in those days.
그냥 마냥 신기하게 보셨죠.
And when I made my debut in Japan, I was just a teenager. So many people talked about how young I was at the time. But they also said that even though I was a teenager, my performance was good and my music was very strong.
굉장한 음악을 하는구나.
So I didn't know if all that praise was because I looked cool since I was only a teenager or something like that.
이게 10대라서 멋있어 보이는.
But I really think this is a major challenge for me. Everyone grows up and grows older. And so the issue is how much one grows and develops in step with one's age, and how well this growth can be conveyed to the public. Isn't this a task for everyone?
그거를 어느 만큼 대중들에게 보여주냐가.
But I really think that since I started out at such a young age, it's very important for me to select a good time for each turning point in my career.
포인트를 잘 잡아야 되는 게 가장 중요하다고 생각해요.
And, you know, genuine talent is certainly one thing, and you're known very much as well for your dancing, but there are still those people out there who say that, you know, you're a manufactured pop star, you're created and molded by your company, SM, and you sing the songs that they write for you. Do you think those people have a point?
참 만들었다라는 표현을 어떻게 듣는지.
I think it all depends on what you mean by manufactured. I think SM Entertainment, for me, really laid a good path for my own career. And the staff at SM and I were really able to cooperate closely on all of these matters. And a number of circumstances came together well to really make things work out even better. I think if one person were to force their own will on something, then things that should have gone right could easily go wrong. So all of the conditions really came together well to make me what I am today. So I'm not all that unhappy with the expression that I am a manufactured star. In a way, that is true. Because SM Entertainment created the environment and all the surrounding conditions, I am able to be successful in the way I am now.
생각이 돼요.
Next up, BoA's grueling path to the top, and why some fans in her native South Korea are calling on the pop princess not to forget her roots.
In no way have I left Korea. I still perform there, and I also want to perform in China and other parts of Asia.